मेरा नाम जानवी से है जी। मैं 13 साल की थी जी, मेरी 12वीं हो गई थी और मेरा नो एक्सेंट आवे है इंग्लिश के, ब्रिटिश, अमेरिकन. I absolutely love Haryana.
We have Janhavi Panwar doing a rap for us.
Because she has to, not because she should, because she wants to, because she understood.
So you graduated at 13. Was it an obstacle?
It was an obstacle. I never really had friends. People used to make fun of my accents as well. I don't call myself intelligent students, and first of all, it's student, not students. So I went to college, and the first day, the watchman was like, "Kahan se aaye ho?" Main ghar se.
Have you ever fooled anyone by using your accent?
I did. So what your heart adores, call it high, 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 high.
Your biggest cheerleaders with us.
My father says this is that उगते सूरज को सलाम है.
आपको हमारा सलाम है.
Thank you.
Welcome to another amazing episode of Because She Can. I'm Divya Jain, your host for today. And today I am so excited to dive into this incredible journey of India's wonder girl, Janhavi Panwar. Hi Janhavi.
Hello.
I'm so excited. I mean, you can feel my excitement.
I
of
can.
course.
Even you can feel my excitement.
Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for being
Thank you
here.
for having me.
So, I mean, from my visual, I have Wonder Girl.
Okay.
And right behind you, I have Wonder
Wonder
Woman.
Woman. Yeah, such a coincidence.
How does it feel? Like, how does the title of Wonder Girl feel?
Oh, it actually feels very special. Like for now, it's pretty common. But first, when I got it, like Wonder Girl of India, we went to Zee News, me and my father, and they were like, the whole studio was ready, and there was Wonder Girl of India, India ki Wonder Girl. I'm like, what? Who's Wonder Girl of India? And then the anchor was like, "You're gonna be the Wonder Girl of India." I'm
No
like,
way.
Oh, for real? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. And then it made me feel so special. Then everybody just came to know me. It's like, please have the Wonder Girl of India, Janhavi Panwar. Like, that sounds so nice.
My God.
Like whenever somebody introduces me, like, yeah, I've got a title now, feels incredibly special.
I love that title.
Thank you.
So tell me about the journey that you've had to get to this title.
Oh, I never actually, never dreamed about getting this title or never dreamed about becoming the Wonder Girl of India. I just always thought like, I love English, I gotta work in English, I gotta experiment in English, and I'll do different things in English. Just never thought is that I'll become famous for English. People are gonna know me for my English or for my accents. So it's like, now I was born in a village in Haryana. So obviously the whole family, we talk in haryanvi all of the times, except my father, because he was a teacher and he used to talk with me.
Which town in Haryana?
Oh, my village's name is Sheher Malpur. Although it starts with Sheher, it's not a Sheher, it's a village. And then there is a small town named Samalkha, which is like 5 kilometers away from my village, where we are currently living.
Okay.
So that's where we live. And then we were like, yeah, I just gotta work in English. So my father used to talk with me in English.
Before we get there, and I know you've been asked this again and again and again, and I promise I'm not going to keep making you do this. But let's, introduce yourself in your Haryanvi accent, just to start off.
Haryanvi. मेरा नाम जानवी से है और मैं इबे 19 साल की हूँ जी. मैं 13 साल की थी जी, मेरी 12वीं हो गई थी. फिर मैं 16 की थी जी, मेरी दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी तक मेरी ग्रेजुएशन हो गई थी, मैंने अपनी बीए कर ली थी. और उसके बाद फिर मेरी एमए भी हो गई थी जी. मैं 18 की थी, मैंने इंग्लिश तक करी थी. अरे मैं एक और एमए करूँ हूँ, वो साइकोलॉजी तक करूँ हूँ. और मेरा नो एक्सेंट आवे है इंग्लिश के, ब्रिटिश, अमेरिकन, आरपी, पोश, ऑस्ट्रेलियन, स्कॉटिश, कैनेडियन, नॉर्फॉक, कॉकनी, a little bit of Russian as well. And then we have got Hindi, which is my own language, of course. Haryanvi, जिसमें तो मैं बोल रही हूँ. और बाकी French का भी कर रही हूँ मैं है, और Spanish भी सीख रही हूँ, and Japanese. So yeah, these are the things.
God, guys, that was fabulous. What an introduction.
Oh, thank you.
So tell me, tell me about your journey as a child. How did you start? How did you discover that English is the space that you want to be, or just growing up in your village and then your early years?
Yes, I never thought like I never had a point in my life where I was like, okay, now this is where I gotta start. I feel like even before I was born, my father has already began. So I was born and my father, he just used to keep talking to me in English, and was like, you know what that is? So we had like buffaloes, and we had all of these, you know, things that we have at a village house. And I was like, that's a buffalo, that's a cow, and that's an ox. I'm like, all right. So he used to talk to me about all of these things. And after that, very gradually, we started going to all of these places, India Gate and Red Fort, just to talk to foreigners in order to improve my English. Because we have gone to so many centers, so many English institutes, and they've like put up these posters which says, learn American accent. I'm like, to my dad, we can learn American accent over here. And we go like, yeah, very excited. Can you teach us American accent? And that person is like, first, we do not teach American accent, we only teach English. Second, we do not teach little girls. When you turn 16, then you come to us.
God.
I'm like, can you teach me 10 years earlier? Like, no, get out of here, get out of here. So then we started watching like online videos, BBC News, CNN News. So what my father used to do is, so he used to play BBC and CNN simultaneously at the same time. So on one channel on BBC there is British accent, you know, good afternoon, this is the prime time and I'm Matthew Amroliwala, welcome to BBC World News. And then there is CNN, it's like, good afternoon everyone, this is CNN News and I'm your host, and yeah, this is the weather report. So on both of the channels there were different reports, different accents. Then they used to connect with people. I'm like, all right, now we are having a live from Pakistan, Islamabad. Let's see what this person has to say. And then the American was going like, now we're having a live from Australia. And then the Australian person was like, hello, good morning. I'm like, yeah, now this is an Australian accent. So I used to grasp like everything. And then I used to mimic the whole thing. My father used to like, all right, now you repeat the news. I'm like, you played both of them simultaneously, father. My father was like, no, you got to do this. So gradually, in like 3 to 4 days, I started doing that. Like on BBC, there was these news. On CNN, there was this news. And after 2 days, I was like, do you remember the news I played for you 2 days ago?
Oh, wait, no way.
Yeah, he used to. I'm like, no, I don't. And then I never really had the courage to say that in front of my father, because he has always taught me, like, you can do anything. I'm like, I don't think I can do this. My father was like, no, you can, you can. So it's like, do you remember the news I played for you 2 days ago? Like, yeah, a little bit of that, a gist of it. Yeah. Start speaking. Like, why? I already repeat that. No, you start, repeat that. So I used to repeat that. And then after that, like when we were done with mimicking and everything, then people, all, of course, started criticizing, you're just copying. There's no perfection. Where is the perfection? Like, yeah, a person is saying correct. I mean, it's fine. We don't have any perfection. I'm just copying those people. So then we somehow came to know is that there is something called phonetics. And if I know phonetics, if I can learn phonetics so I can gain like mastery over my accents, then I started watching different online classes on YouTube. And at that time, we only had one Android phone in our whole family. Everybody else had like these keypad phones and everything. So with that one mobile, I used to take it, I used to play videos, British accent, American accent, phonetics of R letter and phonetics of this sound and all of these things. And I used to repeat the whole day. I used to practice, and that's when I started to get like a hold of British accent first and American accent, and gradually I started doing all of the accents.
Oh my God, what a phenomenal journey. Did you feel very different? So again, I'm talking about, and I'm just trying to put this in context, that we're talking about American accents and English accents, but you still live in Sheher Malpur, which is not a Sheher.
No, which is not a Sheher.
How does it feel like with say the grandparents or kids around you, you know, just the contradiction between you being you?
In Samalkha and in Sheher Malpur, like, nobody treats me like the Wonder Girl of India. Everybody treats me Brij Mohan ki chori. So that's like Brij Mohan's girl, Janhavi. And like, so even if like somebody is there, I'm like, namaste. I like, Brij Mohan ki na tu to. Yeah, I am her daughter. I am his daughter. So that's how they treat me. It's like, yeah, she's still Janhavi. She must be something else for different people, but not in Samalkha and Sheher Malpur. So obviously, there were some people, you know, from my village and from my hometown only that used to criticize me a lot. They used to criticize my father.
Right.
Is that, why are you doing this? You know, she's a little girl. She's 10 and she's in 10th standard. A lot of people used to say a lot of things. People used to make fun of my accents as well.
Really?
But
no way.
Yeah, they used to. You know, whenever I used to talk in English in my school, so everybody knew is that if there is any seminar, there is any program, any function, any award function, so Janhavi is definitely going to be the one who's going to speak on stage. And my father has always told me this thing is that, you know, you should absolutely love public speaking. So I feel so happy when I've got like a lot of people in front of me. Like if there are 500 people, I'm happy, but if there are 1,500 people, I'm even happier.
Okay,
so
awesome.
that's the thing. So I always absolutely love to talk in front of people. But then students used to be like, you know, they used to mock my accent and they used to mock my English because in Haryana, nobody rarely talks in Hindi even properly, not even at my home. But then when people started to get to know me, like she's the wonder girl of India, then all of those students were like, you used to study with us, you know? I'm like, yeah, for real? Because when I used to talk with you, they were like, Janhavi, you're too little. You can't sit with us. You can't talk with us. You're not going to understand what we're saying. You focus on your English. Then they used to mock my accent. I'm like, now you people know me, huh? Like, no, you're our little girl, little sister.
I love that. Initially, there's resistance.
There is.
And then when you do well, there's acceptance and pride, and then like, oh, we know her.
Yeah. My father says this, is that Ugte Suraj ko salam hai, ki the more up you're gonna go, the more people are gonna accept you, appreciate you. And if you're gonna, you know, fail, or if you're not, you know, able to do something, so people are gonna criticize you. You know, Iva was not, she was not gonna do anything. But if you do something, and even if you like studied for like 2 hours a day, then people are always going to say, she studied for like 23 hours a day.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so that's correct. So, you know, and with my story, I think it is true. It is so true, is that Ugte Suraj ko definitely salam hai.
Salam hai. Aapko hamara salam hai.
Thank you.
So you graduated at 13.
Yeah.
You know, you were turning a teenager and you were with students and other people much older to you.
Yeah.
Right? How did that feel emotionally? I mean, having friends.
Yeah.
I mean, my best friends are people I went to class with. So tell me a little bit about growing up, the social life, the friends you had. Was it an obstacle? And how did you deal with that?
It was an obstacle. I never really had friends because every class I used to be in, everybody used to be like 5 or 6 years older than me. They used to talk about cereals and, you know, and everything. I was like, can you include me in the conversation as well? And I was like, no, you're still small. And so I used to sit in the front. Sometimes I used to sit in the back. Then teacher was like, you're so little. Come in front. Come forward. I'm like, I also want to get the backbencher experience. Nah, Janhavi, you're not supposed to get that. Come forward. Oh, yeah, fine. Yeah.
So you're a role model.
But then there were also students like, you know, they used to ask me academic questions. Do you know the formula of this? I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't know this. The students were like, intelligent students, you call yourself. I'm like, I don't call myself intelligent students. And first of all, it's student, not students. So now these girls are like, yeah, whatever, get out of here. I'm like, yeah, bye-bye. So these were the kind of experiences I had in my school. They used to ask me so many academic questions, and then they used to, you know, just like prove, she's not intelligent. Like, no, I'm not supposed to be academically intelligent in all of these subjects. I know my field, I'm intelligent in that. And then when I was in 10th standard, so I got like 100 out of 100 in my maths. And I used to say everybody, academically intelligent, huh? So everybody was like, you must have cheated. I'm like, yeah, definitely, I did that. I'm like, no time for debate. Then I went to college, I was 13, I was in Delhi University. So my father always said, the more you're going to speak, the more people are going to like you. But speak good things, not like idiotic things, speak good things. So I went to college, and the first day, the watchman was like, kahan se aaye ho? Main ghar se. And now he's like, किसी senior की बहन हो? नहीं, student हैं. And now I was like, can you please let me enter? I was like, नहीं, छोटे बच्चे नहीं. I'm like, uncle, बच्चे नहीं हूँ, student हूँ, जाने दो ना. So uncle was like, you know, I had to call somebody up. Can you please tell this person that I am a student? So I went inside, and now the teachers did not believe. Like, who are you? Like, a student? Janhavi? No, where are you from? Like, Haryana. Okay, and you're studying in Delhi. I'm like, yeah. So you stay here? No, I commute by train. So I used to commute like for 3 consistent years. And there were so many older bhaiyas and everyone, so I used to commute with them.
So how did you would take a train?
Yeah, I would take a train, and I absolutely loved that journey, you know, because we were so many. Sometimes we used to play Uno cards. So like, yeah, I
with all the bada bhaiyas who were taking care of the Janhavi.
You know, they actually used to make me walk on railway tracks. So I've had a lot of experiences like these. But then as I used to talk so much, so I became the spokesperson of whole Delhi University.
No way.
Yeah.
And this is at 13.
At 14 I became, because from 13 to 14 I had like the full experience of politics and speaking for people, ye jeetega, aap logon ne aise kiya, so I had the whole experience. So then I became the spokesperson. For 2 years I was the spokesperson, used to talk a lot. Then
For
used to
Delhi
run around.
University.
For Delhi
Oh my
University,
God.
Student Union. So absolutely loved my college experience. So my father always used to say this, you did not have the best school experience, but for college, I'm like, had the best experience. I never really, went to parties and everything because they never let me enter. They used to check like the ID card.
And
was
be like, not.
Nah, November 8th, 2003. I'm like, yeah, go inside? I know, get out of here. I'm like, okay, fine. So I never really went to parties.
So I
and
think
all.
last year is when you officially got allowed
Yeah,
to.
officially got allowed last year. So never really got to parties, but with politics and everything, I absolutely loved that journey. Then I did my master's in English literature. That was pretty nice as well. Then I started like writing research papers, and now my father was like, it's time to get serious. I'm like, yes. So I started preparing for different exams, and then I also gave my CAT, I gave my IELTS, now I'm going to give my GRE, and then I'm going to give my NET as well. So now I'm preparing for different exams and writing research papers.
There were challenges, I mean,
There were.
growing up.
Oh, yeah.
But it was a different experience.
Yeah.
And you kind of embraced that and made that your own.
I think like, whenever I think of those things as challenges, so it gives like a very negative sound to it.
Right.
So I used to think like, this is life, this is supposed to happen, roller coaster, ta-da. So this is how I usually think about every challenge that, comes my way. So whenever there is because challenges I had no teacher to teach me English, there were people who used to pull me down, also financial conditions as well, and at the same time where we are from. I absolutely love Haryana, like very proud Haryanvi. Getting admission in a university was kind of difficult due to my age.
Meeting the age criteria.
The age criteria. When I was in 10th standard, so they did not let me sit for my exams in 10th standard. Otherwise, I would have completed my 10th standard at the age of 10. But then after that, we met the former Chief Minister of Haryana, Bhupinder Singh Hooda. Then he helped us gain the permission from board. So I did that. Then in 12th standard again, I met some IES officers and Chief Minister. So I had the permission from board again. Then I got into the university. So yeah, and then there were like, used to go to institutes. We were so desperate, like somebody can teach us, like please somebody teach us. So we finally found a teacher. Her name is Rekha Mahajan, the best teacher ever. So my father and I, we used to travel 20 kilometers to the tuition and then coming back home 20 kilometers again on a bike. Even if it was raining, if it was cold, we did not care. But daily we used to go to her. She used to teach these IELTS kids and, people who were preparing for TOEFL or PTE. And they were like 22, 23, and I was 8. So my father only said one thing to her, you just please let her sit, just let her listen. Just let her listen. So whatever she used to say, I used to grasp everything I used to learn. And in 2 months, I remember my teacher, she was sick. So I was like, today I'm going to teach you all.
No way.
So I started teaching them all. And that mom was like, she's so similar to me. She's so similar to teachers in my own way. I can learn from you. So I used to sit, I used to listen to everybody. Getting fame was never our goal. And people are going to call me for different seminars, and I think it was never our goal. We were like, we just got to work. Where I am right now, this is not even my goal. I still have a long way to go.
So tell me, I mean, who were the people, or, were there people who helped you? Were there organizations who helped you in this journey? Or were you pretty much on your own?
There were people who also used me for their financial gain, for their social gain as well, to get them popularity. There were definitely people like those, and there are still people like those. But then it was always, at the end of the day, it's just me and my father, just organizing stuff. What are we supposed to do? Creating a timetable.
I love that.
Creating targets.
So today, as a YouTube sensation with these million viewers, so how does it feel like to be a YouTuber? Like you said, this was never a goal. How did this journey start?
This actually started, I used to go to these different seminars and all, so my father used to record my videos. So somebody suggested, my father, is that if you can create a YouTube channel, you can upload these videos over there so that they don't miss anywhere. In the future, y'all can watch them. And my father was like, all right. So that's how we created a YouTube channel. So just
to track your
programs and everything, so that we don't miss these memories. That's it. When I was 10, I was teaching students of 12th standard. So that video had achieved like 50,000 views. So my father was like, something's happening. People are commenting.
No way.
Like, yeah, all right, who cares? So even at that point, we never really cared. So we were like, not a big deal, not a big deal. So I remember I just gradually, I achieved 25,000 subscribers. And I went to a seminar and this person was like, if you can do a cover song with me so we can release that. Like, all right. And then it was like, and I also have 5,000 subscribers, so it'll be very famous. And that's when I realized is that, you know, if this person thinks he has 5,000 and that'll get pretty famous, and he's famous, so I have 25,000, I can do something. Then the whole lockdown went and so many people became famous through social media under lockdown. We never really focused on this, you know, we never really cared about this. Then lockdown stuff went and somebody, you know, rang us up. What are you guys doing? You know, so many people, they're earning and they're also becoming famous.
So all this time you weren't monetizing it.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
It was just the sheer passion and joy of
nothing at all
of doing this.
Yes, and so my father was like, you can record videos. So that's when we thought is like on every Saturday, I'm gonna record a video, I'm gonna upload that. And now on every Saturday, my father is yelling, it's Saturday, you have to upload a video. I'm like, I will upload. So this is how we record videos.
So you're the reluctant YouTuber with 1.25 million subscribers, essentially. 50% today of young kids want to grow up and be YouTubers. Right? I have an 8-year-old son. He's obsessed with Mr. Beast.
Okay.
Right? And the only thing he wants to do is grow up and be like Mr. Beast. He wants to eat like Mr. Beast chocolate.
Breathe like Mr. Beast.
So as a YouTuber, do you have a community around that? Do you feel responsible for them? And how do you role model yourself?
I do.
For these people, like, you know, what is that journey for you?
I do. You know, all of these 1.25 million people, they have subscribed me because, you know, they find something useful on my channel. So I definitely owe it to them is that I have to do my absolute best. I have to give it back to them.
Do you get a lot of brand endorsements? Like, do you get a lot of...
Not a lot. I always deny, you know, somebody's like, can you do this for fashion? I'm like, not really, you know, I don't want to do something for fashion. I do collaborations with people on YouTube, but only those, you know, who are inspiring people or who are like, you know, teaching people things in English or any other stuff. So only those, but never like, okay, तो आइए आज हम आपको लेकर चलते हैं इस market में. And I see there are people. In order to make ourselves feel productive, I feel like we watch vloggers. आज हम सुबह उठ चुके हैं, सुबह के 5 बजे हैं, हम अपनी नई गाड़ी में बैठकर यहाँ जाएंगे, and feel like this is such a waste of time, and this is what we are doing. Like, these are the kind of people we are watching and we are looking up to. They have absolutely no talent or anything like that, but we still look up to them. I don't know why, maybe because it's a trend nowadays. So this is what we do. Instead of that, I always feel like, you know, I always tell people, you do something, you can watch vloggers, but do something, you know, in a day that makes you feel productive. For example, you read a newspaper, you watch news, or, you know, read a novel or a motivational or a self-help book. Do anything that makes you feel productive. Do one thing.
That is. Thank you so much for taking on this mandate of giving back. But what next? Like, what do you see yourself doing in the next 5 to 10 years?
I think, you know, before this, my goals, they've always kept changing. First, I wanted to become a high court judge because I never really knew like the difference between high and supreme. So I was just like, high. And somebody told me, no, supreme is high. I'm like, then I thought like, I'm going to become a Supreme Court judge. Then I used to watch BBC and CNN. So I thought, now I'm definitely going to become a BBC News anchor. And then somebody told me, intelligent students are supposed to be IAS officers. And I thought like, I'm going to become an IAS officer. So kept changing, you know, whatever people used to tell me, I'm like, yes, this is what I'm going to do. The only thing I want to do is give back to people, teach people more and more. Yesterday, me and my father we were discussing is that, you know, at the end of the day, it's important how much you give to people. Because it's a pyramid and it joins at one point, and that is wisdom. And all of these people who have wisdom, they only think of one thing, how can your skills benefit people?
I love that.
So you have to do the same thing, like, all right, Father,
I love that. You know, and honestly, we're a country where more than 50% of our population is under 25 years of age. And that could be a massive demographic dividend if you use it well. So, you know, again, I think what you're doing in terms of skilling, teaching, and, you know, knowing the English language, knowing it properly, is definitely an asset that can take people far, far ahead.
Thank you.
So, what does Janhavi do in her free time? I mean, it doesn't seem like she has a lot of free time in what you've been doing.
Yeah.
But okay, let's change that. What do you do for fun?
Okay, for fun, I actually absolutely love to sing songs.
Okay.
And then my dad, he loves when I rap. So yeah, I sing and I write.
Okay, so I'm gonna catch you on that. For the first time ever, we have Janhavi Panwar doing a rap for us for Because She Can.
3, 2, 1. Not cause she has to, not cause she should, cause she wants to, cause she understood. A spirit soaring freely like a bird in the sky, she embraces her power without question why. Her heart knows desires, her heart, soul holds the key to unlock the potential of what she can truly be. She dances with ration to her. Are you dancing over there?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. She dances with passion to her own rhythm beat, unleashing her dreams, making life more complete. Her dreams knows no boundaries, her goals have no end. She believes in herself and she'll fiercely defend. No, cause she has to, not cause she should, cause she wants to and cause she understood. She rises above limitations, breaking through every span, cause she's a woman and she knows she can.
My
I did
God.
this.
I think
No,
that
this was
really
the
started.
first
That was
time.
amazing.
Okay.
Oh God, that was amazing.
So hi Janhavi.
Hi.
I'm so glad to do this fun section with you.
Thank you.
I love the energies that you have brought on the set.
Thank you.
So if I may ask, if you have to describe yourself in 3 words, how
Okay.
would you do that?
To describe myself in 3 words is to put a limit on me and who I am. So I always say, I am Janhavi. That's it.
Wow, I love that.
Thank you.
Really. So I'm going to ask you a few questions.
All right.
Very quick answers. That's kind of a rapid fire that
Let's
we're going to do.
go. Let's do this.
So if you could buy, you have rupees 1 lakh
Okay.
and you have to go to a store.
Okay.
What kind of a store would you choose? You have to spend all that in one store.
Oh, definitely an eateries one because I absolutely love eating. I'm a foodie. I'm a huge
Really?
foodie. Yeah.
Everything on the food?
Everything. And my mom and dad, they're like, you gotta eat something nice. And then there I am. You know, I absolutely love eating all the time.
And your favorite cuisine?
My favorite cuisine is gonna be South Indian, definitely.
Who is the person you would call if you were in trouble apart from your parents?
Apart from my parents, I think I'd call my uncle. Definitely my uncle, my maternal uncle, or my real uncle.
If you were invisible for
Yeah.
a week, let's say,
Okay.
would you spy on someone? Would you take free flights? Or you'll scare your friends and family?
I'll take a free flight, definitely. I'll go somewhere. I've always really wanted to go to Tomorrowland in Belgium, so I'll catch a flight.
And it was so
Yeah,
good.
I'll catch a flight. Ta-da! And ta-da, come back.
Oh wow, you are a music freak, right?
I am.
If given a chance to learn a musical instrument, which
A guitar, an electric guitar, definitely. I love to
you
do
ever
that. Dun, 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 yeah.
So you are on a spot that can take you to 3 paths.
Okay.
1 to a beach,
Okay.
1 to a buzzing city,
Okay.
or 1 to the mountains. Which one would you
Mountains,
take?
mountains, definitely mountains.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I absolutely love the vibe I get over there because it feels very cozy.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to spend like 2 months in a year in mountains.
If you had to, which foreign country would you like to spend a month in?
Japan, definitely Japan. First, I love their language. Konnichiwa, genki desu ka? Arigato ne. So I'd love to do that. And
Amazing.
other than that, I love their culture and like especially their countryside.
Have you ever fooled anyone by using your accent?
I did.
I really want to know
I
that.
did.
And when nobody's understanding what you're talking
No,
about.
I did. I remember I was once having this debate with a girl, and now this girl, she was like talking in English with me, and I'm all of a sudden, now she doesn't know this girl, she also can talk in English, so I'm like talking in haryanvi and Hindi with her, and now she's talking in English. And now I use my Cockney accent. So Cockney accent is kind of like, hope you're doing well, mate. So you don't like understand a lot of what they're
Yes.
saying. So I say, "Nah, you retarded girl." She does not understand that. Done.
super good.
Then I say something in Japanese. Then now my bhaiya is there. Say something in Japanese, Japanese. So I'm like, I call her like bakane and stuff like that. And now she doesn't understand, and she's like, yeah, whatever, go out of here. So I fool her. And then I used to work somewhere. So there I used to call like, I'm Jennifer, and I'd love to talk to you about your new company, your new sales. So I did all of those things. Yeah.
Okay, so now something very interesting.
Okay.
Have you heard that song, Jo Dil Se Kahe?
Zindagi, love you. Yeah. I've heard that song.
So you have to translate that
Okay.
Hindi to English, English to Hindi. Can you do that for us?
I think I can do that, but you gotta show me the lyrics for that.
Of course I'll
yeah.
do that. I have that ready with me.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow, you come prepared.
Here we go.
Okay. Jo dil se lage. Okay. So what your heart adores, call it high, 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 high. What your heart doesn't like, just tell it bye, 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 bye. Let it come, let it come, let it come in your heart. Say it to the smile, high, 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 high. Let it go, let it go, let it go from your heart. Say to all your worries, bye, 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 bye. प्यार है life से,
Super.
प्यार है life तुमसे, प्यार है life से.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. You are a sharp girl.
Thank you.
Okay, so you have to change the Hindi movie names
Okay.
to the other one. Of course, you know that. Kuch kuch hota hai.
Something happens. Something happens.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
That was easy, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Mere do anmol ratan.
My two precious diamonds.
Okay,
diamonds,
giving
yeah.
that to you. Jo jeeta wahi sikandar.
Whoever wins is the king.
Okay, he who wins is king.
He who
Perfect.
wins, yeah.
Kal ho na ho.
Tomorrow may be or may not be.
Yeah, that's cute. Thank you so much. You're so much
Thank
fun.
you.
We
Thank
can
you.
just Go on and on
I
and
know,
on.
right? Thank you.
But thank you so much.
you.
It's a pleasure and it's an honor to have you.
Thank
on
you
our
so
set.
much for
Thank
having
you.
me.
Janhavi, we have your entire family, your biggest cheerleaders
Yeah.
with us. Welcome to the Panwars. Thank you for joining us
Thank you so
on
much,
the
ma'am.
Because She Can podcast. So Sanvi's 10 years younger than
Yeah.
you. So I'm sure she's like the spoiled little baby in the house.
So much. They don't.
What is it like?
You know, these two, they don't get mad at her. Like, even if she has done something, they'll get mad at me for that.
My God.
So that's how I get it. And sometimes I ask my father, you know, you ask her to study as well. And my father was like, you're studying for the both of you. Like, yeah.
So I have some questions for you. Of course, she is the wonder kid of India. But you were a teacher. आपको कब पता था? When was that point in life when you discovered that she's a genius child? Her
आज तक नहीं कर पाए वो डिस्कवर ऐसा करो, you know?
ऐसा कभी नहीं होता. मेरा अपना मानना है हर बच्चा जीनियस होता है.
हाँ जी.
जब बच्चा पैदा होता है तो हर बच्चा जीनियस होता है. अगर परमात्मा की तरफ से कोई उसमें फॉल्ट नहीं है तो वो जीनियस है. आपको उसे जीनियस बनाना कैसे है, उस पर काम आपने कैसे किया, उसका आपने एटमॉस्फेयर कैसे दिया, उसके साथ आपने बात कैसे की, आपने उसको सिखाया क्या है. जीनियस तो बनाए जाते हैं, जीनियस कोई भी पैदा नहीं होता. मेरा तो अपना ऐसा मानना है. और मैंने जीनियस के लिए काम भी नहीं किया. एक पेरेंट्स की जो ड्यूटी होती है, मुझे लगता है कि बस मैंने वो अच्छे से किया है, बस उसका रिजल्ट है ये.
पर आपने कुछ कैपेबिलिटी एट सम पॉइंट सम एज डिस्कवर करी होगी कि इसको मैं होन करता हूँ फॉर जानवी.
ऐसा भी नहीं है. थोड़ी सी एक दिक्कत थी. क्या था कि मैं प्राइवेट स्कूल में पहले टीच करता था.
ओके.
जब मैं प्राइवेट स्कूल में टीच करता था तो ये 2003-4 की बात है. तो उस वक्त क्या रहता था, जो इंग्लिश बोलने वाले ना उनको थोड़ा सा अलग से एक अलग रिस्पेक्ट मिलती थी.
यस.
चाहे उसे भले कुछ ना आता हो, इंग्लिश बोल रहे हैं, इंटेलिजेंट है.
हाँ.
तो मुझे लगा कि ये इंग्लिश तो इम्पोर्टेंट है. अब इंग्लिश के लिए क्या किया जाए. तो हालांकि मैं खुद इंग्लिश पढ़ाता था, मैं इंग्लिश टीचर हूँ. और हमने जो गवर्नमेंट स्कूल में पढ़े हैं आज तक हम, और इवन जो हमारे टीचर होते थे, और आज भी हरियाणा में जो टीचर है मोस्टली गवर्नमेंट स्कूल में है या कहीं प्राइवेट स्कूल में भी हैं, वो इंग्लिश पढ़ाते हैं लेकिन बोल नहीं पाते क्योंकि उनको वो माहौल नहीं मिला. वही दिक्कत में हमारे साथ भी थी.
अच्छा.
लेकिन जब लगा कि बोलने से आपकी सैलरी भी बढ़ती है और आपको एक अलग से रिस्पेक्ट भी मिलती है, तो ये एक वजह रही. तो मुझे लगा कि जब कुछ हो जाओ, इंग्लिश तो मैं अपनी लड़की को करा के ही रहूंगा. किसी भी लैंग्वेज को सीखने के लिए हमें क्या चाहिए, किसी भी लैंग्वेज को अगर हमें सीखना है, अगर हम हिंदी बोलते तो हिंदी कहाँ से सीखी, माहौल से सीखी. और किसी भी भाषा को बोलने के लिए हमारे पास वर्ड होने चाहिए, वोकैबुलरी होनी चाहिए.
यस.
आना जाना, खाना पीना, हंसना रोना धोना, हमारी थिंग्स जो नाउन्स हैं वो सारी क्या है, वो वर्ड तो हैं. जब वो वर्ड हमारे पास हो जाएंगे, उसको असेंबल कर दो, वो भाषा बन जाएगी.
तो what was Janhavi like as a child? Of course, she was very smart, very good in her academics. But other than that, कैसी थी?
अच्छा बोल.
Growing up. नहीं अच्छा नहीं, सच बोल, बताइए.
मैं सच ही बोलूंगा. पहली बात तो हमें इस तरह का मौका ही नहीं मिला जानवी को जज करने का, क्योंकि सिंगल चाइल्ड थी.
हाँ.
काफी
पहली बच्ची थी. तो हमें जज करने का इस तरह का मौका ही नहीं मिला, ये शरारत करती है नहीं करती है, बल्कि लोगों ने हमें बहुत कहा आपने इसका बचपन दबा दिया है, इसका बचपन छीन लिया है। जानवी का जैसे ही 6th क्लास में आई, 7th क्लास में आई, 8th में आई, तो इसके जो शुरू के जो चैप्टर होते थे मैं उनका चार्ट बना लेता था पूरा। हिंदी में 15 लेसन, नाम लिख लेता था, फर्स्ट सेकंड थर्ड फोर्थ 15 के 15, एसएसटी के जितने भी लेसन उनके नाम लिख लेता था, साइंस के मैथ के इस तरह से लिख लेता था और चार्ट बना के दीवार पे लगा देता था
कि ये कवर करना है,
ये कवर करना है। अब हर लेसन कितने, एक बुक में कितने लेसन होते हैं? 15, 16, 17 किसी भी में दे, तो 15-16 लेसन के लिए पूरी साल क्यों पढ़ना? तो स्कूल में सब काम कुछ और चल रहा होता था, घर पे हमारा कुछ और चल रहा होता था, तो स्कूल हमेशा ये एडवांस रहती थी।
वेरी नाइस।
तो इस तरीके से हम ज्यादा कर पाए।
हाँ। And Janvi today is a YouTube influencer, but it's a very sweet story. आपने कैसे start किया इसकी videos लगाना, तो वो आपको क्यों लगा?
हमने सिर्फ इस वजह से वीडियो डालनी शुरू की थी ताकि इन फ्यूचर जब ये बड़ी हो जाए, जैसे लोग अपने एल्बम रखते हैं
As an archive.
तो हमें ध्यान रहे कि भाई हमने इस तरीके से काम किया, तो बच्चा थोड़ा बड़ा होकर देखे, हमें खुशी महसूस हो, इस वजह से रखनी शुरू की थी। जब ये 9 साल की थी तब इसको जो है जीके का नॉलेज भी बहुत था, जैसे टॉप 10 माउंटेन इन द वर्ल्ड, टॉप 10 पॉपुलेशन सिटी इन द वर्ल्ड, इस तरीके से मैंने कॉपी तैयार की हुई थी जीके की।
Okay.
तो इस तरह से जीके की कॉपी तैयार की हुई थी, वो हमने सारी पूरा जीके इसको लर्न था। और जब हम टीवी पे फर्स्ट टाइम जब हमें इनवाइट किया गया था, हम गए भी जीके के लिए ही थे।
यस।
तो इनका जो पहला प्रोग्राम जो शूट हुआ था इसका न्यूज नेशन पे, वो जीके को लेके ही था।
Okay.
जीके को लेके ही था। फिर हम जब जी न्यूज पे गए, जी न्यूज पे हमारे पास कॉल आई, तो हम गए, हम जब भी जीके को लेके ही गए थे। तो तब रोहित सदाना जी जो हैं बहुत अच्छे थे, आज हमारे बीच में नहीं है, तो उनको मैं सैल्यूट करता हूँ। उन्होंने फिर मुझे बताया कि आप इसको जीके बीके में क्यों लेके आ रहे हो, सब बच्चों को जीके आता है, ये इतना यूनिक काम कर रही है, एक्सेंट बोल रही है, और इंग्लिश की रिक्वायरमेंट कितनी है हमारे देश में, आप इसको इस चीज में क्यों नहीं लेके आते? तो उन्होंने पूरा एपिसोड इसका एक्सेंट को लेके किया और उन्होंने ही टाइटल दिया इंडिया की वंडर गर्ल का।
Amazing, amazing. Of course, that's where her journey started. It's India's Wonder Girl. But I see Janvi as this very talented, super successful young woman. But sir, what I find even more inspiring is how humble and down to earth she is. Usme, I'm sure that's a reflection of your parenting. But आपको कैसे लगता है seeing her like this? What do you feel as parents?
मैं अब्दुल कलाम जी का बहुत अच्छा फैन हूँ।
हाँ,
मैं कहा, आप
मैं
उनको
भी।
देखिए, वो आदमी कितने जब आप किसी चीज को पकड़ लेते हो और जब आप अपने पाथ पे चलते हो ना, तो ये चीजें ना बिल्कुल जीरो हो जाती हैं। आपने कैसा पहनने हैं, आप कैसे हो, क्या कुछ हो, आपके टैलेंट की इज्जत होती है हमेशा।
Very true.
तो वो चीज इसको भी लगी।
हाँ।
तो तब तक तो हम पापा बेटा इस तरह से करते थे। और अभी एक अच्छी सी बात बताऊंगा मैं अभी आपको, अभी इसने नया नया कॉलेज ज्वाइन किया है एज असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर। तो वहीं पे हमारे पास में एक कॉलेज है, तो बोली पापा मुझे कॉलेज जाना है, तो कपड़े मुझे लगता है लेने चाहिए अच्छे से। तो मैं कहा चलो लेते हैं कपड़े।
3 months I was after him, दिलवा दो।
तो और मैं हमेशा ये कहता हूँ बेटा जो तुम्हारे पास है वही पहनो, क्योंकि एक ही बात कहते हैं भाई टैलेंट की कदर है, मेरा अपना मानना ये है। तो मैं फिर इसके लिए कपड़े लेके आया, जैसे एक पापा को लेने चाहिए तो अच्छी अच्छी टी शर्ट,
आजकल के बच्चे
अच्छी टी शर्ट जैसे कोई शोल्डर से कटी,
मतलब आप शॉपिंग करके आए बिना जानने के।
तो शोल्डर कटे हुए थे जो आजकल की पहनती हैं लड़कियां,
आज के
फैशनेबल। तो मुझे भी लगा मैं कहा जानवी ये डालेगी। तो जानवी ने इतनी अच्छी बात मुझे कही, आज चलो ये बैठी है मैं बता रहा हूँ, इतनी अच्छी बात मुझे कही, मैं लेके आया इसे लिए। बोली पापा मैं ये पहनूंगा क्या? मैं क्यों बेटा, आजकल की लड़कियां तो सभी डालती हैं, ये तो मैं सभी को देखता हूँ। पापा मैं अब इतनी सिंपल हो चुकी हूँ, मुझे सिंपल रहना बहुत पसंद है, मुझे इसमें मजा आता है, मैं ये नहीं डालूंगी। मुझे पता नहीं सिंपल रहने में इतना मजा आता है। जो चीज मैं इसके अंदर चाह रहा था, जो बिल्ड करना चाह रहा था, अभी 4-5 दिन पहले की बात है ये हमारी हुई है। तो इसने मुझे इतनी अच्छी बात कही, वो मेरे दिल को छू गई कि जो मैं चाह रहा था वो जानवी बन चुकी है।
That's so nice. That's so heartwarming. And it is only because of the two of you that Janvi is who she is today. I can truly see that. That friendship, that bond. So, sir, आप एक teacher हैं and you're also a parent. So, if today you had to give few lessons to the parents listening in, आप क्या बोलेंगे उन्हें?
आज जो पेरेंट्स से शिकायत है मेरी, सभी पेरेंट्स से ये है कि हम अपने बच्चों को टाइम नहीं देते, फोन में ज्यादा लगे रहते हैं, या कहीं बहुत से लोग मुझे ये भी मिले कि जी हम तो सुबह निकल जाते हैं और शाम को आते हैं, हम अपने बच्चों को टाइम कैसे दें, हम तो दे ही नहीं पाते, शाम को आते थे बच्चे सो जाते हैं। लेकिन मैं एक बात कहता हूँ, मैं भी कई बार बाहर रहता था, तो मैं भी जॉब में हूँ, जॉब भी करता हूँ, सारी चीजें करता हूँ, तो फोन तो हमारे पास है ना। तो जैसे बच्चा घर पे पहुंचा, फोन तो भी मैं फोन करता था, बेटा आज तूने क्या क्या काम किया, आजकल का काम हुआ फोन से, तो हम बच्चे से बात कर ही सकते हैं। इसका जितना भी होमवर्क था, जो चीज होती थी मेरे पास आता था, आज भी मेरे पास आता है। और जो चार्ट मैंने बना रखा था उसकी फोटो खींच के फोन में रखता था, तो आज मुझे पता होता था कि आज जानवी क्या लर्न कर रही है, साइंस में कौन सा लेसन पढ़ रही है, एसएसटी में कौन सा पढ़ रही है, मैथ में क्या कर रही है, मुझे पता होता था। भले ही मैं दूर हूँ, तो हम टच में थे ना दूर रह के भी। तो सभी पेरेंट्स से मैं कहूंगा कि हम दूर रह के भी बच्चों के पास रह सकते हैं।
हाँ जी, वेरी वेल सेड कि connect with your children and be their friends and know what they are doing.
Yes,
and keep them in the loop. Amazing, sir. Thank you, Janhavi, for even getting your entire family
Thank you.
for our podcast. So lovely talking to
Thank
all
you so
of
much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.